Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Judith. I film about faith, relationship, marriage, lifestyle, and motherhood. So if you're interested in any of these topics, please subscribe, share, comment, like, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. You guys are the best. I love you so much. God bless you. So today we'll be talking about red flags. So what are those things that you shouldn't ignore if you're in a relationship, or those things to look out for if you're planning to be in a relationship, sooner or later? So let's dive in. First of all, let me say this. I am not a relationship coach. So, sometimes I say things and people will not agree with me. It's okay if you don't agree with me. You don't have to agree with everything I say, but these things are like personal to me, and these are the things that I will watch out for if I'm in a relationship. And if I observe any of these things, then I'll think about if I want to be in that relationship or not. Sometimes we're in a relationship with someone that we really love and we don't want to lose that person, and because of the love we have for that person, sometimes we just turn a blind eye to negative traits or toxic traits that person possesses because we don't want to lose that person. And sometimes even when our family or friends tell us, make comments, negative comments about this person, we don't sit down and observe and just see for ourselves who this person really is. So number one red flag you shouldn't ignore is someone that is hot-tempered, someone that always gets angry at every little provocation. Any little thing, that person will just flare up and you just feel like you're walking on eggshell when you're around that person. The person is so touchy that you think about what to say, how to respond to things before you even do them, because you don't even know how that person will react. Those people are very toxic because they are always angry. They are just too sensitive. You can't do anything that they feel like, you're after them. Proverbs 22:24 says that do not associate with a man given to angry outbursts, or go along with a hot-tempered man, or you will learn his undisciplined ways and get yourself trapped in a situation from which it is hard to escape. So please, if you notice that somebody is hot-tempered or someone is always getting angry at any slightest provocation, talk to that person. If that person needs help, that person should seek for, professional help. And if you don't see any change, please think about it if you really want to be in that relationship. Because now you're in a relationship, you think it's okay. By the time you get into marriage, nobody will be there with you to experience that. The second one is someone that is unforgiving. So these kind of people are people that you do something to them, and even after you apologize, they will still remind you, remember what you did to me last month or 5 years ago. They never forgive, and even though they say, oh, it's fine, they will still bring it up in a conversation. That is a big red flag for me. So the third one is someone that is prideful, someone that boasts, that just thinks highly of himself. It's good to talk about your achievements. It's good, but you will know when someone is being prideful. That person will be talking about what I've achieved the highest level of this, I have that, talking about material things. And when maybe the person has a talent that they are supposed to use to edify, but they are using it to show off and not glorify God. Think about it if you want to be in a relationship with those kind of people, because those kind of people, they belittle, some of them, they just belittle you, and they don't regard you as anything. They are always right in their own eyes. They feel like the world revolves around them, and some of them, they are even self-centered. They think only about themselves. They don't think about the other person. It's like they are just in a relationship for themselves. The fourth one is someone that is abusive. It's very, very bad that, sometimes some people are in relationships, not even just relationship, even friendships, that is very abusive. When I say abusive, not just physical, not just being physically abusive, verbally abusive is something. The person always don't see the good in you, just talks you down and just kills your morale, doesn't support you, doesn't encourage you. Any little thing, the person will just insult you and look down on you. They abuse you emotionally, they abuse you physically, they say hurtful things to you. At any slight thing, any little thing you do, they just, either hit you or just say things that they will regret saying after. Sometimes they don't even apologize. Sometimes they do, but they will still repeat it again. That's a very, very toxic trait. People that are very abusive, most of the time, they are controlling and they are manipulative. Think about it if you want to be in a relationship with that kind of person. And the worst is when the person even starts hitting you. Some ladies, they are in a relationship that the guy hits them. Relationship, not marriage. If you're in any relationship and the guy is hitting you, trust me, you better run away. So please, if you're observing these traits and you see that your partner has these things that we're talking about today, please don't ignore them. So the fifth red flag you shouldn't ignore is people that are disrespectful. People that disrespect you, that disrespect your family, that disrespect your friends, that disrespect even their own parents, and people that are elderly. Those people, they don't respect your boundaries. Especially when you have boundaries, you set boundaries to stay sexually pure in a relationship. And they keep trying to talk you out of it. They're trying to, make you cross those boundaries. You shouldn't be with those kind of people, because sooner or later, you will give in to their pressure. They don't respect your decisions. They don't respect things that you do. And if they cannot respect their parents or authorities, then they cannot respect you. Please don't deceive yourself. If a guy disrespects you and disrespects everyone around you or everyone around them, then you should think about it. Because they might just be pretending. Sooner or later, their real character will come out. And you don't want to experience that. Another red flag for me is people that are ungrateful. People that don't invest in relationship. You do something for them and they'll be like, oh, is this all you can do? You buy them a gift and they don't appreciate those things that you do for them. Those are big, big red flags you shouldn't ignore. Because you're doing something, you're investing in the relationship, then they are not ready to invest in that relationship. And that's a big sign that they are not even in love with that person. Because if you love someone, you want to give that person your all. So if the person is ungrateful and is not invested in it, during your birthday, you're the one buying, you even buy yourself the gift. During their birthday, you buy them gifts. During Valentine, you buy them gifts. Christmas, you buy them gifts. Everything, you buy them gifts. But they haven't even spent a dime on you. That is a huge red flag. Because if that person is not invested emotionally, physically, then that person is not in love with you. So think about it if you want to still be in that relationship. So another red flag for me is when someone over-sexualizes everything. Not even when someone sexualizes everything. The way you walk, they just sexualize it. They talk about your body. They talk about your hair. They talk about you in a very sexual manner. This kind of people, you already know what they are interested in. They're only interested in your body. They're not interested in anything. When you're talking to them, they are looking at something else. Their attention is in something else. Whatever conversation you guys are having, they just turn that conversation into being sexual. Everything is sexual to them. That's a huge red flag. Another red flag not to ignore is people that are hypocrites. People that are unholy. People that, they say something and they do something else. Their actions does not reflect those things that they say. On Sunday, they are in church, they are raising up holy hands, they are speaking in tongues. When they are fasting, you see their faces, their lips are the driest, and you know that this person is very spiritual. They are actually very religious. But by the time they leave church, they are just completely something different. Talk to that person. If that person is ready to change, it's good. But if that person is not ready to change, then for me, it's a red flag. So I don't know it's a deal breaker for you. So another thing is people that are stingy. Those people cannot give to their parents, they cannot give to their siblings, they cannot give to people that are in need, they cannot even give to themselves, they cannot even give to church. It's so difficult for them to even put offerings. That's just a deal breaker for me. It's just a no-no. If I see someone like that, I don't think I want to be in a relationship with those kind of people, because they always find excuses why they are not doing the right thing. If you tell them that why are you not giving their offering, they will tell you, why should I give my offering? They can even tell you, bring Bible passages that will support what they are doing or justify what they are doing. So please, when you see these things, don't ignore them. The final one, people that are not lovers of God, people that do not love God. In a relationship with someone that doesn't love God, why are you in that relationship? Please, if you claim that you love God, then you should be with someone that loves God as well. Don't be unequally yoked. Because if God is calling you into ministry and this person does not even love the God that is calling you into ministry, then he might not even let you do it. When you want to go to church, the person will stop you from going to church. When you want to do things, the person will stop you from doing things relating to God, because he does not even love God to begin with. Sometimes they might even pretend that they love God, but when you're in a relationship with them, or when you end up marrying them, that's when you see them for who they truly are. That's why it's very important when you're in a relationship for you to be constantly praying that God will reveal every unfriendly friend, every wolf in sheep clothing, that God will reveal that person to you. If the person is pretending, God should expose that person, so that you will not just take a major decision of your life, getting into marriage with that person, and you find out that this person does not even love God. Because that will frustrate you, that will frustrate your ministry, that will frustrate your calling. So to round up with all these red flags, I'll be reading 2 Timothy 3:1-5.
But know this, that in the last days perilous times will come, for men will be lovers of themselves, lovers of money, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, unloving, unforgiving, slanderers, without self-control, brutal, despisers of good, traitors, headstrong, haughty, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God, having a form of godliness but denying its power. And from such people turn away.
God is very much interested with our lives and our relationship. He doesn't want us to make bad decisions or bad choices when it comes to relationships. That's why Apostle Paul even warned us in advance. I hope you find this video helpful. And if you have other red flags or things that are deal breakers for you that you can't stand in a relationship, please share with us in the comment section below. And if you find this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, like, subscribe, comment, share, and I'll see you in my next video.